Here I am, Lord, are the words of Samuel in the first reading from this past Sunday, when Samuel was serving as the ancient equivalent of an altar boy in the house of the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord. It's also the refrain line of a popular hymn, Here I Am, Lord. Very popular, I think, because we like to think of ourselves as persons who are disposed, ready, like Samuel, to be at the service of the Lord. But I'm afraid that might be a bit of a conceit for some of us, even in some cases a delusion. We like to think of ourselves as ready to serve, but in fact, when asked or called, we so often have excuses. That's not my job. It's not a good time for me. I'll do all sorts of things, obey in many ways, but not that. It's not a good use of my talents. It doesn't quite work for me. It doesn't bring me into relationship with the right people. The clergy and laity alike give these excuses. Not for nothing do the clergy have to read every day, and the entire church, especially in the season of Lent, "If today you hear the voice of the Lord, harden not your hearts." We read that because so many of us do harden our hearts, not listening to what the Lord asks of us, but instead imagining that we serve because we are ready to serve in the ways that we most prefer. So we've got to learn to cooperate with the Lord's actual calling, and not simply with our own imagination or fantasy. It's not that God needs our cooperation. We've just finished celebrating the seasons of Advent and Christmas, where we celebrate the saving power of God with or without us. But one of the means by which God saves us is by inviting us to cooperate, to share in his mission, to save the world and to save us. He teaches us by inviting us to cooperate. He teaches us this practice of a generous charity, the charity of service, demonstrated first of all in the Lord Jesus, but also in the life of the church, as we learn to work alongside Jesus, as we learn to share in that mission of incarnating the good news for others, of being those examples of trust and hope and love for everyone around us, after the example of the apostles in the gospel reading from Sunday. So we say, "Here I am, Lord," hoping to serve. Let's do that honestly. Let's learn to respond honestly. Speak, Lord, your servant is listening.